Yep. Yep, and that makes a big difference of what it was before, Justin. It was before the rates were like 7%.
Yeah, I know.
So
I've seen it. Yeah.
yeah, I'm refinancing a couple that bought. Let's see, they bought last year in December. They closed in December, an FHA 7.5%, and now we're doing what they call a streamline finance, where they don't have to qualify, no appraisal required, and we're lowering their we're lowering their rate to like 5.5. They're going to be saving like $300 a month. You know, that's a big savings, man.
How soon can they refinance?
They have to pay at least 6 months.
6 months, and then
Yeah,
they could refinance. Oh, okay.
then they can refinance.
I thought it was like a year.
Yeah. No. It's 6 months. Six
Okay.
months. You can actually yeah, you can actually start. They did it in December. Their first payment was in January, so now they're good to go. And it's a quick, it's a quick thing. The streamline, they have the streamline for FHA. Whoever has an FHA mortgage bought 2 years ago, anybody that bought 2 years ago might today is right now is the best time to refinance, to get them in front of me so I can give them an idea of what their savings is going to be. All right.
Yeah.
And VA also, any veterans out there, they can do a what they call an IRL, and that also lowers their payment. Heck, if we can lower their payment by a couple $100, you're going to look like a superstar.
Yeah.
For sure. But anyway, yeah, let's get started real quick here so we can go over some of the things. I like to get started with a little training as far as motivation, and learning, what to say, learning what not to say. One of the things that's very important is that when you're talking to people, you should never use the words if or think. Okay, let me give you an example. If you like the product, you might want to think it over, or you might want to get a hold of it today. Okay, that's a fear-based statement. Okay, it's better to use the words like I believe, or what did you like best. Okay, I believe this product is beneficial for you, for this reason or for that reason. Okay,
Right.
and for the reasons that you mentioned. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, hold on a second. I had my screen here. Wait, give me a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to show you something on my cell phone here also. Screen mirroring. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to get rid of the screen here. How to get rid of this stupid screen here. All right. Now give me just 1 second here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Screen share. All right. All right. Okay. Another thing, there's 10 things that that successful people never say. Okay, and this is important. Number one, you never say that that is not fair. You never say that things are not fair. Okay, how can you improve? How can you make things that are fair? Number two, a lot of people say, oh, it's not my job. You shouldn't say it's that. You say, well, how can I assist the team? How can I help? If it's not my job, let me help someone else. Okay, or if you're having an issue or something, I will never achieve it. Never say that. Never say that you can't achieve anything, because anything is possible. Okay.
Mhm.
If you put your mind to it, anything is possible. Give it a try. Okay. Also, it's always you know, when someone says, oh, you know, they don't want to change, it's always been done the same way or this way, you know, that's a person that doesn't want to change. And in this industry, you know, in any industry, you have to learn how to change. I've been in this business for 40 years, and it changes every year. It changes. You know, we're going to go over today one of the major changes in real estate, which is important that you know, that we all know about it. Okay.
Yeah.
It, you know, regarding the new standards, the buyer brokerage agreements and all that stuff, which is very simple. You know, it looks complicated, but it really is, you know, it really is simple. Okay. Also, uh, a lot of people will say, oh, it's not my fault, right? It's not my fault. Yeah, it could be not your fault, but you know, how can you, if it's not your fault, how can you help someone that maybe was their fault? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's important. Uh, another statement is that they say, well, uh, that's not my problem. Okay. Yeah, yeah, we know it's not your problem, but you know, are you in a position to help that person solve his problem? You know, it's all a matter of not being selfish. You know, and it's important because people, you know, and in your clients too, you know, when you're dealing with a client or something, you know, you always want to be involved in their problem. We get paid to solve problems. Okay.
Right.
If we didn't solve problems, we wouldn't get paid. Okay. Uh,
Right.
a lot of people say, oh, I don't need any help. Okay. That's another statement you should never say. I don't need any help. We all need help. You know, we all need a mentor. We all need someone that once, you know, if we feel insecure or we have a question or something, it's always good to have someone that you can count on. You know, always if you start saying that you don't need any help, then you're not growing. You know, your personal growth is stagnant. So you always, you know, keep learning and you know, always ask for help because, you know, a lot of times, there's a lot of questions people have, you know, and you got to be, you know, always helping others. And, if they need help, well, you know, that's why we're here. Okay.
Mhm.
A lot of people will say, well, I can't change, you know, I can't change my ways. Yeah, you can change your ways. You know, a lot of realtors right now are going through a hard, you know, a hard period in their life because they haven't changed what, you know, what they're supposed to change. They haven't learned, you know, any new technology. They don't go to classes. They don't learn, you know, and one of the things that got me going in real estate when I started was education. You know, if you don't have education or training, uh, it's going to be real hard for you to get ahead. You know, and then apply your training to real life situations. Okay, and that's you know, field training, like the field training you're doing with Danny, it probably is the best. It's the best training you can ever get because you're out there, you know, talking to people and you're with, you know, with Danny and he, you know, he's a mentor to you. So he has experience. So
Yeah.
so try to hang around him as much as possible. You
I
know,
will. I will.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the last statement that people say, well, I can't do this. Okay. Or I can't, you know, I don't have the ability to do what I want to do. Never say that. Okay. Everybody has the ability to do whatever they want to do if you put your mind to it and if you love what you do. Okay. No matter you know, what your circumstances are. So, but anyway, um, let's get started here. Navigating the new standards. Okay. The National Association of Realtors came up with this new, they settled this lawsuit. Okay. And hopefully, you know, by the end of the meeting, you'll be, you know, pretty well versed as to what the provisions are that, you know, what buyer agency agreements are and other important considerations, as well as how to implement these changes. Okay. Uh, to to be able to effectively change your practice with consumers. Okay. You can see this slide, right?
Let me see.
Yeah, can you see the slide that I have here? Let me, okay, you should be able to see it. You gotta do your video thing, but you know,
See, right now I see like in the backdrop
yeah.
the Federal Reserve announced 50 basis
No,
points.
that's not me. That's not me. You're on Zoom, so you should be able to see my screen. All right. As you
Looking.
should be able to see my screen out there. Okay.
I'm on my phone. Does that make a difference?
No, no. It
Oh,
doesn't
let me
make a
see
difference.
screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Still the
Doesn't make a
Federal
difference.
Reserve announcement comes up.
No, that's not my announcement, but that's
See,
good news. That's good news that they,
I don't know where that came from.
yeah, that's good news. They got together today and they lowered the rate 50 basis point. So that means that the rates are going to start coming down. Okay. Claudia, are you on the line there, Claudia?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right.
Uh,
Justin, you must have something wrong over there. Yeah, something must be yeah.
Back out.
Yeah. Something must be wrong. But anyway, just if you don't have the screen, maybe you should put view so you can view it. You know?
I don't. Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
I got my options are mute, stop video.
Start video.
Well, it says
Stop video.
Yeah. Start video.
All right, let me try that. Start video. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's like recording now. The conversation. I don't see a screen.
You don't see the
Share.
screen. Share. Try that. Share screen. Well, no, you're sharing your screen, but you should open it where it says video.
Hi, how are you? The whiteboard?
White-
No.
No, not whiteboard.
More options.
Nope.
Background and effects.
Yeah. You got it? All right.
no, I can't get it.
All right. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, maybe on your laptop you could get it. I don't know. You should be able to do it on your cell phone. Okay. Go ahead and okay, you're unmuted. All right. Perfect. All right. Anyway, okay. Do you guys remember how many times we used to go to Blockbuster to get movies and stuff on the weekend? We used to make lines to go to Blockbuster. Okay. Let's take a trip back to the early 2000s. Blockbuster, the video rental industry giant, had its peak with thousands of stores worldwide. Families, just like yours, we'd go to we flock to Blockbuster every other weekend, pick up the latest movie releases. Meanwhile, small companies called Netflix were just starting off to offer mail DVD rentals. Netflix, a small company at the time, took a bold step by exploring the idea of streaming movies directly to customers' homes. In contrast, Blockbuster, confident in its brick and mortar business model, dismissed the potential of streaming. They saw no reason to change a formula that had worked so long. Okay. The stark contrast in strategies would later prove to be the turning point of the industry. So bottom line, Blockbuster went bankrupt. Okay, why? Because they never wanted to accept the change, and they thought they were never going to go down. Okay, and same thing in any industry. If you're not if you're not on top of the changes, you're going to be left behind. Okay, so it's you gotta be always on top of the changes. Okay, always. And like into the technology today is just so incredible. There have been so many changes in the industry, and now, especially now, we got to be very familiar with what's going on with this new ruling. Okay, this proposed settlement that was agreement was made beginning August 17th of this year, where an MLS participant who chooses to work with a buyer will be required to enter a written agreement with the buyer before showing properties in person or virtual. Okay, that's a law. So that's something that we got to do. Okay. One of the things, conditions to specify on that form, we have to specify and conspicuously disclose the amount or rate of any compensation that the MLS participant will receive. Okay, the amount of compensation must be objectively ascertainable and may not be open-ended. Buyer broker compensation shall be whatever amount the seller is offering to the buyer. Okay, include a statement that the MLS participant may not receive compensation from any other source or from any source that exceeds the amount that you agree on with the buyer. It's got to be disclosed in a conspicuous language that the broker commissions are not set by law, okay, or fully negotiable. Never tell a seller that, oh, the going rate of a commission is 5% or 3%. Commission rates are negotiable. Okay, they're always negotiable. Just remember that. Include any provisions required. Here are some of the questions that come up. Why is it necessary to disclose to a buyer your compensation? Okay, well, and the answer to that question is I must disclose my compensation clearly to ensure full transparency in our working relationship. This way, there are no surprises about how I get paid. You can trust that everything upfront will be upfront and honest, and it also helps you to understand exactly what you're getting for my compensation, making the process more transparent and fair. Okay, that's the answer to that particular question. Okay. So the other question, why, and this is a very common question that you're going to have, the buyer's going to ask you, who pays your commission, and will I have to pay any additional fee? Okay, well, the answer to that would be this is the way I would answer it, and they recommend this answer. My goal is to collect my commission from the seller. Okay, so you won't have to pay any additional fees for my services unless we specify or we specifically agree otherwise. So the fee that a lot of buyers think that they're going to have to pay the fee, but not necessarily. The fee is going to be paid by the seller. And in 90% of the cases, or over 90% of the cases, the seller will be paying, or the listing agent will be paying our fee as a buyer's broker. Okay. And this will be clearly stated in the agreement. And I'm going to show you the agreement that you should have, prior to showing the property. I'm going to show you the agreement where you should have it signed by the buyer, when you show the property or right before you show the property. That agreement is going to clearly state, so that there's no confusion as to, where the compensation is coming from. All right. And that's going to be, it's a very simple form, Justin, extremely simple form. Okay, next. Okay. I muted some of you guys out there because we were having background noises, but if you need to ask any questions at the end of the meeting, just unmute yourself and ask me the question. Okay. What happens if the seller doesn't pay your commission? All right. That's a good question. Okay. There are going to be cases where maybe, the listing agent or the seller may say, well, no, I'm just going to pay my agent. I'm not going to pay the buyer's broker agent. Okay. So basically, the answer to that question would be, possible response would be, in most cases, the seller's agent will encourage the seller to include the commission as part of the listing agreement. Okay. However, if the seller does not want to pay the buyer's agent a commission, we will discuss alternative arrangements upfront and put them in writing. Okay, this ensures that you are fully aware of any potential scenarios and there are no unexpected costs. What you could do in this case is if that particular seller or buyer, your client, wants to buy that property, you can offer, you can put on the offer that that the seller is going to help with 2% in seller, in seller contribution. So that 2% that the buyer gets back in seller contribution, the buyer can pay you that 2%, but it's not coming out of his pocket. You understand? That won't be coming out of the buyer's pocket. So and on the form, let me show you a form here real quick that I have. Let's see here. There's a form here. Let's see here. Well, we'll go over that form in a minute. Okay. All right, we'll go over that form in a second. Let me finish the presentation here. Okay. All right, another question. How does your commission rate compare to other agents? All right. How does your commission rate compare to other agents? Okay. Okay. Commission rates are fully negotiable. This is what you have to answer. Okay. They're fully negotiable and there is no set fee in our marketplace or among brokers or agents. Never say that, oh, the going rate is so much. Okay. If every broker has a policy. Okay. Our policy, basically, our commission structure is 3%, 4% to the listing agent and 2% to the buyer's agent. Okay. But normally, our rate is try not to get less than 5%. Okay. I mean, if there's a special case where the house is over $1 million and you're competing with another realtor and they want you to, we can negotiate the rate. Okay. From 5, we can negotiate to 4, we can negotiate to 3. Okay. So that, don't worry about that. We can negotiate that. Okay. What services are included? Okay. What services are included in your commission? Okay. The buyer's agent is extremely important. Okay. Why? Because we cover all kinds of services to help the client, and we're there to help the buyer. We include a market analysis for the property to ensure that you will not overpay for the property in today's real estate market. Property showings, negotiation. We set up their property showings. We negotiate on their behalf, handling all the paperwork. We guide the buyer through the whole entire home process. Okay. Can you imagine the buyer doing this on himself, for himself? He couldn't do it. He could not do it. So you're there to help negotiate for the buyer, help them get the best price and a fair price for the house, and to coordinate all the the inspections on the property and to give good advice to your buyer, because you're representing your buyer. Okay. And it's important that your buyer understands that that he has you on their side. Okay. That's so that's services including your commission. Those are the services. Next, right here. Okay. If the seller pays your commission, does that mean that you're working for the seller? Okay. No, it doesn't mean that you're working for the seller. Even though the seller pays your commission or my commission, I'm legally and ethically obligated to represent your best interest as your buyer's agent, as your buyer agent, and through the buyer's agency agreement. It is important that compensation does not establish an agency between customer and principal. Okay. The agreement really doesn't establish an agency relationship. Okay. Our office, our policy is that we're all transaction brokers. Okay. You're not being a single agent. You're not being you're not being a dual agent. You're being a transaction broker. And the state of Florida is totally legal to be a transaction broker, where you represent the buyer and the seller, but you have to, make sure that both parties are treated fairly. Okay. So on all the documents that we have, it's we're transaction brokers. Okay. On the listing agreements and everything. Don't forget, the most important thing to know is that commissions are negotiable, which I already went over that point. And the key points is the transparency, okay? The trust that you develop with your client. That's very important. You know, once you get your client to like you and to trust you, the deal is done. You know, you got the deal. Okay, those are the two most important things. Get them to like you and trust you. And a lot of times, you got to give your client value. You know, show them that you have a lot of value and that you're not always, you know, you're not just thinking about your commission. Okay, the commission will come. Okay, and then of course compliance. Okay, we got to be compliant. And remember the story of Netflix. Okay, Netflix, you know, came up ahead because they changed, and Blockbuster is now bankrupt, and you'll never hear Blockbuster again. Okay, but why? Because they didn't want to change. And in this industry, if you don't change, you know, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it and move with it and join the dance. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of what the compliance thing is about. Don't worry, your buyer will not have to pay your commission. It's more than likely going to come from the seller. Okay, more than likely. So you don't have to worry about that. Let me, for a second, I'm going to go to the form on form simplicity here. Give me a second here. This is the form that you need before you show the property. Okay. No, let me see. Okay, you see it right here. Oh, no, but I'll open it up here. I know, Justin, you can't see it, but it's called a property pre-touring agreement. Okay, and here I filled it out. Okay, I put here, I wouldn't put the commission rate here until you call the listing agent and you find out what commission rates they're paying. Okay, I put here 2.5, but hold off on that. You know, call the listing agent, find out, hey, how much are you paying? How much is the seller paying in commission? Because if the seller's paying 3% and you have 2.5% on this document, guess what? You can't collect more than 2.5%. Okay, so you just lost half a percent of your commission. Also, I came up with this idea that you know, if the buyer is new and really is kind of afraid to sign it, you know, you can put on here, well, that the buyer instructs his broker to show only seller listing broker offering compensation. Okay, so you don't necessarily, as long as your buyer is aware and agrees not to see properties that are not you know, paying compensation to the buyer's broker, you know, as long as they understand that. Now, if you got to explain that to them. There will be maybe 1 or 2 cases out of 100 that seller does not want to pay compensation. See, words are getting around that the sellers only have to pay their listing agent. Okay, but more than likely, the listing agent will convince the seller, you know, that if they want to sell their property, they need to pay a buyer broker compensation. Otherwise, the property won't sell. And that's the whole reason behind the MLS. You know, the MLS tells you that if you know the property, if you don't put it on MLS, you know, you're not gonna sell it. You know, it might sell, but you know, you're just gonna have a hard time selling it.
I could see it now. I just saw what you were showing me. I don't know
Oh,
what
good,
happened,
good,
but
good. All right,
yeah.
all right, all right. Great.
I don't know
Well,
what happened, but I can see it now.
Yeah, did you see the form that I was showing you there?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
great. The form was it's
See
gone
it
now.
now, but
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, the form is called the touring form, and I had it here, but I lost it. Let's see here. Yeah.
yeah, I don't see it either anymore.
Yeah. Let me go to the yeah. Hold on a second. Let me okay. When you go to the MLS here,
Hmm.
let me get Matrix. All right. Let's go to Matrix. All right. You see this Matrix form here?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Matrix. They changed a little bit. You may have to do a new password, okay? But it's really cool. Matrix now is, this is what it's gonna look like.
Yep, I saw it like that. Yeah,
Yep. And,
and it keeps you logged in too. Like you
yep.
don't have to keep logging in every 3 hours.
Yep, yep. And I would say the most important applications here would be this one. MLS Touch, you got to have this one on your phone. Okay. It's a fantastic application. This
Okay.
one, let me show you all the things it can do real quick. If I can get my phone here. Let's see here.
I'm gonna download it right now.
Yeah, upload it. Let me see, and I'll show you what it does. I mean, this is a great application. You know, you can be with a client, showing them a house, and if they want to see comps, immediately you can get comps in the area. Or you
Oh,
can be
nice.
in the area, and it'll show you all the properties that are for sale. Let me see if I can get my phone here working here. I should be able to share my phone screen. Let me see. On the chat here, new share. Yeah, iPhone. Okay, here we go.
MLS Touch.
Screen share. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna open up my phone so you can see the screen on my phone. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. All right. I have a folder on my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
So just a real estate related folder right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See all these applications I got here?
Yep.
All right. My real estate application. These are the most important folders you should have in here. Okay, you should have your Supra E key. That's very important because if you're showing a property, you got to make sure that you have this application on your iPhone, Justin.
Yeah, I used it today actually. I had a showing, a rental showing.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
That you have to
I had
have.
to use
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
Another one that you can upload is showing time, which is a
Yep.
good one. So showing
got-
time.
I got that one. Yeah.
Zillow, I like to have Zillow in there, just in case. But
Okay.
we got another one this is a cool one here. FHA mortgage right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the application. The name of the application is what's my payment? Okay. Now, let me show you how it works. Okay. What's my payment? Now look at how cool this is. You just put in there, this is not an application. You just go in, you put what's my payment and you upload it. Okay. We got FHA, VA, USDA. All you need to do is put the price. Let's say the price is 410, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your down payment on FHA is 3.5%. So, and let's say the rate is 5.875 or 5.5. Let's say hopefully 5.5 here. Let's say 5.5. Put 5.5. Okay. Let's say 30-year mortgage. Okay. Property taxes. Let's say they're $4,000 a year. Okay. You change that. You put $4,000 a year. Insurance. Let's say the homeowner's insurance is let's say $3,000 a year. Okay. All right. That gives you the total payment under FHA right here, $3,049. And it gives you the down payment. Okay. The down payment is 14,300. See where it says 14,300? Right there. You see that, Justin? Oh, okay. You are muted. All right. Unmute yourself if you want, guys. Hey,
Yeah,
Hyatt, unmute
I can
yourself.
see it. I
Yeah.
see it.
Hyatt, you can unmute yourself if you want. You see it? All right.
Yep.
See how quickly this
¿Cómo
figures
salías?
your payment? So it's the app, it's not an app. It's you put in what's my payment and you add it to your to your iPhone.
Okay.
Just like an application. They got FHA, they got VA, USDA. Okay. The USDA loans are the loans that are homes that are in agricultural areas, away from the city. Those loans are fantastic. You don't need a down payment. So you're saving a down payment of you're saving $14,000. Okay. And like I was saying before, if we get the seller to pay 2 or 3%, you can buy this home. A buyer can buy it with $8,000. So you got to be creative. Okay. Any buyer that tells you, hey, I only have $10,000, let's get them on board. You know, let's pre-qualify them. Okay. And then I'll tell you how much they need to, the seller needs to contribute. And in today's market, you know, you might be able to get the seller to contribute something, you know, but if you're creative, we can get that buyer in with very little money down, you know, very little money down. Okay. So that's the FHA calculator. All right. Now let's go to, all right. All right. Let me show you what the MLS Touch does here real quick. Okay. You definitely want to have this application on your phone. Okay. MLS Touch. Okay. Now look how cool this is. This is my neighborhood. All right, here in Miramar. If you put the address here, you know, of the property that you're showing, it's going to give you all the properties that are for sale in that immediate neighborhood. Like this is my house here, right? So these are the properties that are available. Okay. So you can be walking around canvassing or whatever, and you'll know exactly with this application what is available, and what is sold in your neighborhood. You know, when I started out in real estate, I did like Danny. I would pick a neighborhood, and I would work that neighborhood. I make sure that everybody in that neighborhood knew who I was. I'd give them, you know, a little gift, give them a pin, a calendar, and, you know, stay in front of those people and, you know, just let them know that whatever you could help them with in real estate. I would never ask a seller directly, hey, are you interested in selling? You know, I would go about it differently. I'd say, I'd knock on the door and I'd say, hey, hi, my name is, you know, so-and-so. I work for LeGraw Realty. We have some very interested buyers that are looking for a home just like yours in this neighborhood. Would you know of anybody that might be interested in moving or might be moving in the near future? Okay. Now you don't ask the seller the direct question, hey, do you want to sell? And then the neighbors will know pretty much who might be moving in the near future, and they might be able to give you a lead there. Okay. And also if you do have a buyer, I've done a lot of off-market listings, you know, where seller the seller says, oh yeah, you know, I'm interested in selling, but I don't want to sign the listing. Well, you have a buyer, you got the buyer, you got that off-market listing, and your client, your buyer client is going to be happy because you know, he's not competing with the other realtors. So you can show him the property and maybe make a sale, you know. So anyway, it's really, really cool. You can also do where it says stats up here. Watch this. You go to stats, and that's going to give you the average price range for the neighborhood. Okay, lowest price 549, and the highest medium 677, highest 705. And that's basically okay. The you know, the market. How valuable is this information to show to your buyer? Very valuable, because it tells your buyer, you know, what the average median price, and you know what to pay for the property, not to make sure that they don't pay more than what the property is worth. Now you want to go to the comps. Look at this. You go here, sold, and this is the average on the sold. Okay, it tells you also days on the market. Okay, how many days on the market, the average. And let's look up, all right, let's punch one of these properties here. Let's go to this one here, this property, 549, all right? Now, watch this. There you go. Now, watch what you can do here, okay? You got all your pictures there of the property, okay? All your pictures right on your phone. Okay, now you want to send this to your client. Here's the property here, all right? So, okay, you want to send that to you go up here. Now, watch how cool. Okay, you see where it says active? That means the listing is active here. It's been 26 days on the market. It tells you this automatically. Let's say you want to share it with your client. You hit share right here. Okay. You send it here by SMS. You can send it by email, SMS, but I send it by SMS. Most people look at their text, not their email. Okay. So send it by SMS. Okay. And then it's going to take you to your contacts. Okay. If you don't have the contact there, you're going to add your contact. You're going to hit add right here. Okay. And let me give you an example how this works. Create new contact. All right. I'm going to send this to you, Justin. And you'll see how it comes out on your cell phone. Justin Lance, right? Is your last name?
Yeah, LANTZ.
LANTZ. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And your phone number is
954.
954. Wait, hold on a second. No, that's your email. Add phone. Okay. Wait. Hold on a second. You add the phone here. Okay. All right. Let's put your phone number here. 954. Yeah.
598
598
1532.
1532. Perfect. 1532. Save. Okay. Now I'm gonna share it. Tell me if you got the listing.
Yep, I just got it.
Okay. And you'll see how cool it is there. You open it up and all right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yep, I see it. I got it.
You got all the information there. Also,
Yep.
let's say you're wait. Let's say you want to show the property, right? Oh, it'll tell you if it's an open house too. You know, it'll show you there. But let's say you want to do a showing request. You hit here, showing request, right here. You know, you don't have to open up the MLS or anything. You just do it right from your phone. Okay. All right. And then you do the showing request here. Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right. So you do your showing request right there. Okay.
Yep.
And the other realtor will get your showing request. You can add it to your cart to keep the listing there. Okay. Let's say you're showing the property to your client and your client says, Justin, I want to get an idea of the values, comparables in the area. Can you give me a quick rundown? All you have to do is hit comparables here. Okay. Comparables. And it will show you the comps. See here. Recently sold. All right, you hit search. There we go. Okay, these are in blue or the comps. Okay,
Yep.
you're showing that green property there, that one there. So here you got this property. You got this property here. Okay. Okay. See here, this property closed for 520,000. And then you can show your client these comps. Okay. Now, how valuable is this service to your client? It's very valuable.
Yeah, very well.
Yep. So that gives them an idea of what they can offer. All these are comps. The ones that are in blue. Okay. There's 8 comparables in that that neighborhood. All right. One other thing that I learned on this today is, okay, let me see here. Let me go back. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, the pictures come out real nice. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get rid of this here. Wait. Okay. Remember, you put your zip code, the area that you want to work, or you put the address of the property you're showing here, right up here. All right. Okay. Now, where it says, you see these little menu bar here on the bottom? Okay, you hit the menu bar. Okay, hit the menu bar. Okay, and you can actually share this application. It's going to be branded to you. So what does that mean? You can where it says right here, you see where it says share my branded app? Okay, if I share this branded app with you, you're gonna be able to search the MLS for all these properties, okay? And it's gonna be branded to your name. There's not gonna show the name of the other broker. And if your client chooses one of the properties, you're gonna be notified of the property that he's looking at. So it's really cool. You hit share my branded app right here. Okay, and this is going to give you your right here. Right, I'm going to send you this so you have an idea. You can open it up so you see how it looks like. I'm going to send it by SMS. This code you can just actually copy and paste it, send it to your client, and they'll be looking for properties on their own. You know, you don't have to spend the time looking for the property. They can actually find it for you. And once they find the property, they'll call you or Danny and say, hey, this is the property I want to see. Okay. You send them by SMS. Okay, I'm gonna put your name here, send this to you, Justin. All right. Open this up so you'll see later, how it works. I just sent it to you. Okay. Did you get it?
Yep, I got it.
Cool. Cool. Okay, great. Now here are members. You got all members of the Miami Board of Realtors here. Okay. Let's say you want to contact one of the members. You want to do, send something to one of the members or advertise your listings or whatever, you can do that. Let's go to the three little lines here again. Okay. This is going to show your listings. Okay. Also, you show, you want to see your listings. They're your listings. Okay. Let's see. And of course, there's things you want to learn more about MLS Touch. There's all kinds of webinars and stuff that you can go to, this is cool. The Facebook publishing tool. Okay. What that does is that connects your properties to Facebook. So each time you put a listing in the MLS, it'll automatically post on Facebook, Instagram, and I don't know if it does LinkedIn, but you can do that. Okay, that's automatically. All you have to do is you got to put in your Facebook link, okay, in there. Okay, so really cool, man. This application is unbelievable. And another application that you should have. See if there's anything else here. Show you here. Okay. They got technical support. So whenever you need any technical support, you can call them or send them an email. Okay. And I love this application. This application is really cool. InstaView. That kind of gives you see here, you can tell this house is going to be open September 21st. So it's going to be an open house. It'll tell you there it's going to be open September 21st. And open house, see, Saturday, September 21st from 12 to 4. So you can give this information to your buyer, and your buyer can go take a look at the open house. Now, if you have the buyer's agreement signed, just call the other realtor and tell them, hey, listen, I'm gonna send my buyer over there. Okay, you don't have to go with the buyer. Okay, you're gonna have the buyer's agreement, and you're gonna call the realtor, let them know who's going up there. I'd send them a note. I'd send the realtor, listing agent, hey, listen, my buyer, his name is so and so. He's gonna go by to see the property. You don't have to be there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And you can search for open houses on a weekend. I do that all the time. I've sold a lot of houses with open houses. Over the weekend, I'll search open houses and I'll tell my buyer, hey, listen, there's 2 open houses that are available this weekend. Why don't you go out and see them? Okay, and while you're at the beach or you're with your family, your buyer is going to see the open house. And,
Nice.
and if they're interested, they'll call you and you make the offer. Just make sure you have that agreement signed, okay? Which I don't think you saw that agreement. I'm gonna go over it with you again. The buyer's agent agreement.
Buyer
Okay.
agreement.
Yep. You want to go over that. Let's see. Let's see.
How many days is that good for? Is that negotiable?
It's negotiable. Usually, if you're working with a new client, I mean, I'd put, it's an open agreement. I mean, you can put 14 days, you can put 30 days, whatever you want to put in.
Okay.
Okay. So the application, one other application, this RPR, this is very important to get this one here. Okay, this one.
Okay.
This one will do a complete CMA for you. It'll show you the other one, MLS Touch will do the same thing, basically, but this one's even more professional. Okay, this RPR, okay, is you open that one up. Let me show you here. Okay. It's almost like the other one, but this one will automatically show you, all the properties that are for sale, okay, are in blue. Okay, the properties that are for rent are in yellow. Okay, now you can filter it. You can put in here, hey, I just want properties that are for sale. Okay, so that's it. I want just for sale. Apply. Okay, see now you don't have any yellow. You don't have any yellow markers there. So all these properties in your neighborhood are for sale. How cool that is. Let's say your buyer wants in this particular name. This is Huntington here in Miramar. I don't know if you're familiar with that area, but let's say the buyer wants Huntington, or he wants Pembroke Pines, this particular area by Miramar Parkway. This will show you all the houses that are for sale. And if they want rent, you can just hit here and filter it and say, okay, I just want for lease, and this will give you all the properties that are for rent. See, and where it says new, that means it's a new rental. Okay, that's RPR. Search. Let's say you want to do a property search on. Oh, by the way, this is national. Okay, you can actually search anywhere in the country with this particular program. Let's say you want to go to. Here's a listing I had in Boynton Beach. All right. This one here, it gives you right off the bat, Justin and Claudia, it gives you the value right here. Okay. This is called an estimated value or an AVR through 382. Okay, the listing price was 385. It was 190 days on RPR. It gives you the HOA dues. Gives you all the information here. See? Property facts. Okay. CMA. Let's say you want to create a CMA right here. Bingo. You create a CMA for your client. They even have a seller's net sheet. That's the RPR. Seller's net sheet right here. Okay. So also it has estimated monthly payment. Okay. It automatically once you put in the down payment, it'll give you the monthly payment. It'll have your name. Make sure that you have your picture on the MLS. Okay, that's very important. Do you have your own little website here? Have you done that yet, Justin? Unmute yourself, Justin.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have your website set up here on Matrix?
I do.
Okay, and you got
I'm
your
not sure
picture.
if I'm not. I gotta see if I have my picture.
Well, yeah, you open it up.
Yeah.
Okay, you can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you here. All right, open it up. Wait. I got stuck here.
I gotta check on my,
No, let me see.
I'll check on my iPad.
Yeah, well, you go on here and it's pretty easy to, wait, matrix. All right, just make sure when you go to matrix, go to summary.
Yeah.
Go to settings. And then
Okay,
you go to settings and there's where you put your pictures, okay? And for some
Okay.
reason, I can't open it, but anyway, that's what you got to do. Go to settings and then you can set up your own, your website and everything right there.
okay.
Okay. Which I don't know why it's not opening. Let me see here. Let me go back to dashboard. Okay. And if you want to see our listings right here, you go to my listings.
The screen's frozen again.
Yeah, it's frozen. I don't know why. Yep. It should, yeah. It's just not working for some reason. But anyway, no, it's not working. I don't know what the problem is here. Okay, well, anyway. But make sure you have your picture in there and it'll give you the website. You can have your own website. Let me get out of here and get in again. Wait. It's definitely frozen. Yep, definitely frozen. Let's see here. No, almost. Let's see here. Let me log out. See if I can get back in again. Okay. Okay, let me go in again. Weird. Do a refresh. See, it'll redirect you to the new website. Here it is right here. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the heck's wrong with this. But anyway, if you have any questions, call me. All right.
Yep.
All right, man. You guys have any questions at all for me here?
No,
Okay. And you got my cell number, right? If you need anything, and you got, of course, Danny, you can get a hold of Danny. If you can't
yeah, I have your numbers as well.
Okay, perfect. And just make sure you go over. There's a lot of really interesting things, little apps you
Yeah,
can use, and you
it's
know,
pretty cool.
it is. It's very, very cool. And you got all your tools here. I mean, everything that you need, you got it here. Okay. So
Okay.
if you have any questions, call me. And I know I spoke with Danny today. He wasn't going to be on the call today, but he said he's going to come up with a marketing plan for you guys. Okay. But let's take advantage, man. We got low interest rates, and I think we can at least do a couple of deals between now and the end of the year. Okay.
Yep, sounds good.
Make
Can't wait.
a goal for yourself, man. Hey,
Yeah.
how much you want to make? So,
Yeah.
all right, man. Well, listen, good luck and thanks for tuning in here.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man.
Thanks for
Take
having
care of
me.
yourself. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Woo.